What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the tribe? How are we all today? You all good? You all good? Here we got in the chat. Good evening, Vietnam. Kaiser, how you doing, bro? Five is coming in with the first. You were second, sir, but you were very close. It's Juhaz over here on Twitch. Hello, Scribe in the tribe. How you doing, Juhaz? Good to see you. Ahoy there, Mr. Trussell. Correct, Fives. You are the first person to be second. Gotta start somewhere. Teva is useless against Jotaz, the Joe. That's a shame. We'll find out. Owen, what's going on? Santi, how are you? Not used him yet. I've not touched him, not yet. Like on YouTube, or I will not throw a cake in your face hole. I mean, that's pretty fair. To be fair, if you know, if you want cake, you gotta like the stream, guys. All right. You have with all the New Republic, and the turn meter on Joe has is disgusting. He does give a lot of buffs. Don't know how much was the levels or not, but bumped me from like 60% of tier 9 to 70% of tier 2. 10. That's a huge bump. That is a huge bumpalicious jumpalicious. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? We need to burn some mod agony real quick. Let's get rid of that. We also need to get ourselves some Carson Teva. Go ahead and activate him. He's over here with Hera and R5. Go! Carson, do the thing where you win. Carson, do the thing where you win. Carson, do the thing. Yeah. Do the thing where you can just win. Do the thing where you win. Yeah. Don't know how long it'll take for him to do the thing that he wins, but hopefully not too long. What's going on, Star Wars 18? How you doing? Did one battle with Teva in Coliseum, didn't even beat the last score. Huge, bro. Huge. Things are off to a great start for Carson Teva. We finally got a leader, and they're like, nah, he's going to be garbage. Look at this. We've got that on the run going on. On the run. Run, 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 run. Run, run, run away. Didn't Teva have 3 abilities, or am I losing my damn mind? I don't know. Did he? Carson Teva kit reveal. That's... what the fuck? Carson Teva. Okay, so you had the basic special ability, which is called Keeping the Peace. No, just 2 abilities. A leadership and a unique. Yeah. Negative Ghost Rider. Look at all these juicy Xerics. Could do with 318,000 of our error currency. Well, error leveling currency, rather. So I can take him straight up to 94. I'll do that immediately. Boom. Juicy. Absolutely juicy-licious. Alright, so we're currently over here. Let's go ahead and grab all this. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Because of all the buffs? Yeah, I think I did speak about it in my last video. I think it was yesterday I did a video on it. And I said I am a little concerned about the buffs for Jotaz, because he is going to get a shitload of turn meter all the time. But we'll see if that actually becomes an issue, or if we can still earn lots. 2 raid attempts. Crit damage down. I mean, I'm not in a rush. Don't particularly need all this crap, right? Right. We do need to, however, try and get some shards. So cross your fingers, your eyes, your knees, and your toes, and your nose hairs, because I would like a big whammy of Carson Teva shards, please. $12, that's a good start. Getting 12 off the rip. Swevins. 5, you son of a bitch. Swevins. 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 5, you son of a bitch. Swevins. Give me something good. Swevin, you fucking... what a pile of dickhole. Alright, so look. We go +5 there, -2, -2. So we're basically +1. Stupid. Estúpido. Let's go ahead and promote him. Estúpido. Ba-da-ba-ba-bam. Oh, I swear I had 3 in the previous marquee unlocks. I can't remember, dude. Honestly, I don't remember. What's going on, Eric's? How you doing? Eris? Teva is pretty poodoo versus Jotaz. So we've been told. Definitely go further with Carson, but not as far as I thought I would. That's fair. That's fair. I bought the 599 pack and did not get good rolls at all this time. Yeah. Your loaned units at 89. I bought the Pass Plus both times. I see people with loaned units at 96. Yeah. The Pass Plus and some of the early marquee packs and thresholds would also get you higher. But yeah, it's all a little bit funky-dory. It's all a little bit funky-dory. Never gotten anything over a 7 to date in this era. Oosh, it's rough. Nice guy, Ninja. That's huge. Exact same score as before. Don't we love just getting more units and not making any progress? It's definitely my favorite thing. Alright, so I need another 20 shards. I need another 20. Yeah, I'm just going to buy the 5-pack. This will definitely give us the 20 that we need. Of course you get a 10 at the end there. Son of a bitch. Alright. Cool. That's Carson Teva done with. We have got him up to the 6-star threshold. 18 out of 100. Got 4 5s and 8 Swevins. Oh, having 4 5s is horrible, Jack. Tier 7 of the marquee is RNG dependent. You got all the way up to tier 7. Nice, dude. Did you get some nice drops there? What's going on, Mr. Keeley? How you doing today, buddy? So we will get an early tier 6, tier 7 unlock. Maybe a day or 2 early. So that's quite nice. Guild activity reward. Should be able to take up Teva now. Oh, no, I thought we actually got some of the stuff that we needed. Did we not actually get it? For fuck's sake. Alright. I'll have to see if we can actually make any progress over here. How weird, Mr. Keeley. How strange, sir. Alright. I feel like you either have to go with Cara Dune or you go with Captain Drogs. I'm going with Drogon just because I want to see if I can get some extra damage going. That's just basic. I'll put this on him because he is an attacker. So I assume that's a good thing. Deal physical damage target with 3 times. Call other target ally to assist. Cumulative debuffs. Alright. Sure. Drop it like it's hot. 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 There's all that Terminator games. Just basic. I forget how we increase stacks of on the run. It's really annoying that he dispels before doing the damage, so we don't even get the retaliate. That's the really frustrating thing here. Wonderful. Who do I want to put this on? It's like stripping me of all of my good juicy buffs. Well, there goes Drogon. Probably should have... Actually, there's no way I could have timed that taunt with Zeb. What's Colonel Ward good for? Who knows? Who knows? Sitting there looking pretty. About that. That's kind of it, I think. See, that's what you need. You need those counterattacks in order to actually do something. He's just going to dispel everything now. I think, like, you could get lucky and actually get a counterattack with Carson Teva, and that causes, I think, the big point spike, but it's RNG based, right? It's like, do they happen to hit Teva and call the mass assist? So we got to the 70%. Great. Yeah. So it sounds like particularly with Jotaz, because he dispels first on this. Dispel buffs, so he does the dispel buff first, so you don't even get the retribution. You don't get the counterattack, which is that's really frustrating. Because if they still counterattacked, even if they lost the buff afterwards, at least it would do something, right? It would make a huge difference to your score potential. Let's try it again. We'll give it another shot. So, like... Yeah, so let's read this again. Deal physical damage, target enemy 3 times, call other target ally to assist. Inflict cumulative debuffs based on critical hits scored. Offense down, defense down. But, like, we just don't score critical hits. See, no critical hits. It's just kind of useless. And then if he hits Carson Teva, then I'm pretty sure everybody assists, right? I think that's true. I mean, I could be wrong. Deal physical damage, gain retribution. During Carson Teva's turn, all new Republic allies gain retribution. During an enemy's turn, attack again. I suppose that's it, right? Burning and heal immunity. I just really wish they'd counterattack with it. That's the disappointing part, I feel. Maybe Drogon is not the best person here. Hey, what's going on, Viperine? See, how come sometimes we get that mass assist? That's what we need to capture. Do. Yeah, we're about to lose Drogon. Damn misclick. Dang nabbit. Misclicking. Alright. We got a tiny bit more. Yeah. Can't see us progress. Maybe we can get to the 80 if we're lucky. Nice. Got to the 80. Good old Zeb. 81. Hey, thanks, Mushi. Yeah, the thing is, he dispels the retribution and then he gains turn meter. Because whenever buffs are dispelled, he gains turn meter. So if everybody's got retribution, which they always will, because Carson does it on a basic, right? He dispels all of it, you don't get the counterattack, and then he basically gets a free turn. It's kind of just a little bit frustrating. Managed to beat 3 of the bosses to tier 10 last round. Nice. So saved up some Mark 6 currency. Nice, man. Yeah, I'm unable to do that at the minute. They're all at 95. But, I can't get any of these Mark 6 abilities. Because I can only get them from Colosseum. And I don't, I think... Even if I would have to 100% it. I'd have to get to the next tier in order to do it. Is R5 even useful at this point? Well, I mean... Yeah, I guess... I mean, you have to invest. There's no point not investing in them, right? If you think about it, by the end of the era, you should have all of these guys up at, what, 115, regardless? So, you might as well. Unless you're in, the pure free-to-play perspective where you just do not have the currency to invest in, who is the best one to invest in? Fuck if I know. I don't know, this one's just weird, bro. It's just weird. I think the problem is this bad motivator it's like practically impossible to actually use in most matches, and that's kind of frustrating. This is also kind of frustrating. It's like, yeah, we gain a bunch of error levels, but it doesn't really feel like it does much for you. It's like, I've got more error leveling currency, but I can't use it. So it's like, whoop-de-doo. You've used it twice. It was useless. Well, there you go. I invest in the one who just released to get the most out of the error challenge. I mean, yeah, you get a little bit out of error challenges. They're not massive. They're not massive rewards, but it's better than nothing, right? Worst possible, Carson, is for this boss. The other bosses, he'll probably be a boss. Yeah, I can see him still having similar issues versus the Zepho Temple guards, because their AoE does the same thing, right? It dispels first, so it just gets rid of it, but they don't gain the turn meter. The attacks out of turn will be nice. The counterattacks and the assists and stuff, that'll be good. Because you'll be able to chew through the shields. But also you might have a couple of issues as well, because if you go through them too quickly, that could be a problem. Ba-ba-boo. You locked Dr. Afra yesterday. That's all the legacy legendary units unlocked. Only GL I have left is Hondo. That's awesome, man. Congrats, dude. It should lock Retribution for one... Well, it's a one-turn Retribution anyway. It disappears after one turn regardless. So you could just have it be a locked one-turn Retribution, no Dispel, but... Even if they just did it for... Even if they just did it for Colosseum, it would be kind of useful, right? Ba-boo-boo. Afra is now a blast with IG-90. I still don't use her that much. I use her in TB on the missions that I have to use her on, which is like 1, I think, maybe 2. So far, at least. I sometimes use the counter jabber. That's about it. How many shards do we get from the event after day? If you're at 6 stars now, you will gain 15 shards a day. So 15 times 6, basically. What is that? I think it's 15 times 6. Is that right? I think that's right. I think there's 3 tiers that give you 5 shards a day. You managed to kill Jotaz with Embo lead. Try it out, Scribe. Juhaz, give me context, brother. Embo lead with what? What are the error levels? What's the rest of the team? Nailed it. Even Zed gets Retribution is taunting when Jotaz uses Rock Throw Basic. Jotaz misses. Yeah. Zeb with his 35% evade. Gotta love him. Gotta love him. Didn't realize I had all these. My bad, y'all. Even when Zeb... Oh, sorry, got that. Same, actually. Are there any other requirements for 4-star Rotter besides all the marquees at 4-star? Yeah, you've got to have error level 90, 95? I can't remember. Let's check it out. So, R5 at error level 90. For the 4-star unlock, you need every marquee we have so far, including Grogu and Anzelans at 4-star, get R5 to level 90. That is the way. Embo, Kara, Dune. So you went in Embo, Drogon. Shit, I'm missing it now. Carson Teva and Bane. Carson Teva and Cad Bane. Okay. Let's give it a shot. 94 and the lone units are 83. Good stuff. I think I'll put this over here. Get the double tap. Try and hit contract as quickly as possible. Calling Cad Bane for the double tap. Strip it back. Throw a hat. No, don't throw a hat. No counterattack, unfortunately. Basic. Basic. Counterattacks? We got one. Double tap? No double tap. Basic. Strip back the turn meter. Basic. I think we dodged then. I'll throw it on Embo just to try and get the contract a little bit quicker. Good, you counterattacked. Kick him in the face. No crit. Burn him. No double tap. We got a crit. Counterattack. For God's sake, will we land one counterattack, please? Counterattack. For fuck's sake. Well, this ain't looking too hot for us at the minute. This is my biggest problem with Embo lead, is it's so incredibly RNG. So incredibly RNG. Kara over Bam? He didn't say Bam. He said Bane. He said Bane, yeah. Embo, Kara, Drogon, Carson, Bane. Farming Inquisitor Barris on my main free-to-play, same thing. For being one shot, she's going fast. Yeah, I definitely don't get lucky. We had next to no counterattacks, next to no double taps. Oh, well, we got some that time. Gonna try and hit contract as soon as possible. Once again, no double tap. We got a double tap that time. No double tap. Story of Scribble's life. One tap. One tap. Pfft. Jokes. Counterattack. One. Yeah, I'm not feeling great about this at the minute, but you never know. You never know, we might somehow get loads of crits, no crits. Get loads of counterattacks, no counterattacks. This is pretty standard Scribble luck right now. No turn meter strip. Of course they get rid of Drogon. Oh, we actually got a counterattack. That's something. Ooh, kicked in the dick. Strip it back. Now we're just getting Shrek'd here, boys. You got good luck with Embo, Greedo, Drogon, Cad, Zeb? I heard from one source that the last tier of the marquee is apparently impossibly difficult. For anyone, if anyone can confirm, please DM me on Discord. Yeah, well there you go. Also, hi. Hey Kadar, how you doing, buddy? I don't know how Carson is better than R5 with your lineup. Because he does more damage, I guess. That's about it. He's actually an attacker. He's able to call assists. I definitely feel like he performs better than R5. I know that we're ramping the offense, but I feel like all we need is some actual good luck with our assists, our counterattacks, etc. For fuck's sake. Can you just double tap? Thank you. At least I feel, I might be wrong. I might be wrong. We could just try and swap out R5. Or swap in R5 for Carson. Maybe the retribution is hurting more than helping. Come on. It gets so incredibly frustrating. I really don't like the lack of luck we have. You kicked him in the chops. Crit him. Fuck's sake. Strip the turn meter. Oh, nice. We actually did get a strip. Yeah, that's painful. That's painful. Alright, yeah, that's not gonna go any further, I don't think. So far, it's just performing worse. I don't know if I'm just playing it wrong, but hey. You love Khmer so much? R6 Khmer, R7 Star Killer, more hate fueled, Stick Ray. Yep, is like Khmer is or Stranger is a good team. You have a team that could help. Teva lead Ward, Zeb, Kara, and Drogon. Teva lead Ward, Zeb, Kara, and Drogon. We'll get rid of R5. With Ward on her first turn, use her third special, your second special. And then on the next counterattack, the mass assist will occur and repeat. Got to make sure you get rid of Death Trooper before Thrawn Fractures. What? Oh, sorry, you talk about tier 7. Right. First time catching your stream. I want to say I appreciate your content. Oh, thanks, brother. Appreciate you and Sullied. Right. Happy to keep testing over here. So what was that team? What was that team? Somebody said they're on tier 5 with full New Republic, but I assume higher than 95 in error levels? Maybe? I don't know. Let me know. Not you. What was it? Ward, Zeb, Kara, Drogon. So no R5? Throwing Kara? Okay. Use her... On her first turn, use her second special. Okay. We'll do that. Hang on. If I do this, we should actually get offense up as well, right? See, now that's kind of useful. Let's call in Kara. So, use this. But of course, he's just going to strip. So, yeah. Got super lucky, first 330 shots? Nice. Your Carson is level 108? Nice. That would do it. That would do it. It's one of those things, like, in order to progress further, it feels like you need more error levels, but the only way you can get more error levels is by progressing further. It's like, ah. Jotas needs a stack of On the Run before Ward uses her second special. Well, he's got 2. Did he not have it? I thought he did have it. Whoop whoop. There we go. That's where the damage is at. Now he's going to cleanse next turn anyway, so there's no point me adding buffs. This is gonna hoit. See ya. See, this is the pain. This is the pain and the suffering. It's basically as far as I got before. Is Carson any good? I think he will be useful. It's just Jotaz is literally like the opposite of where he is useful. You know what I'm saying? I want to see if, like, we've come full circle. We have come full circle. I just want to see if it's actually any better over here. So like, you can give the offense up, but I feel like it's not, you know, all we're doing is just giving more fucking buffs to the enemy. So we need to wait until he's got a stack of on the run first. There we go. He's got on the run. Gain the offense up, even though it's only applying to Carson, which is kind of pointless, truth be told, isn't it? That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. You missed me. Go on, counterattack. Dispel debuffs next. Inflict evasion down. See, that's not useful. Dispel stealth. No. Don't feel that first special is worth it. Right. Put it on Zeb this time. I'm just testing out, trying to see what works. Burn him. Zeb just fully dodged. Counter, here we go. Shame we're going to lose Drogon. Feel like if we... Oh god, that's not good. Now we're going to lose Ward as well. Yeah, that looks like about the limit I'm going to get this time, isn't it? 84, 85, 86. Boom. First special gives extra damage on retribution from Colonel Ward. Ah. Okay, let me read that. So how does that work exactly? Dispel all debuffs. Dispel all debuffs on target ally. The next time the target ally counterattacks, they inflict evasion down. Dispel stealth on enemies. Each enemy lost stealth this way is marked 1 turn. Is it under this? Whenever a support or healer is damaged by an enemy ability while an ally is taunting, Ward inflicts the enemy with evasion down. Whenever an enemy dispels retaliate from any ally, New Republic allies gain 10% stacking offense when attacking enemies out of turn. Okay. Whenever an ally triggers an expose out of turn, they gain crit damage up for 1 turn. Whenever Ward uses any enemies have on the run, all New Republic allies assist the next time an ally counterattacks. Right, okay. If all allies New Republic at the start of battle, when the taunting tank is damaged, the enemy that damaged them is ability blocked for a turn. If there's a... or there's no... Whenever a healer or support ally is damaged by an enemy with an ability whilst taunting, increase the cooldown to the enemy damaged by 1. So I'm not seeing... This doesn't increase our outer attack damage. It just makes them inflict evasion down, right? Whenever an enemy dispels retaliate, which is just what Carson Teva puts out, we gain 10% offense when attacking enemies out of turn. Right? See, that's interesting. Whenever R5 uses a special ability, reduce the cooldown of keeping the peace by 1. So we can actually reduce... We can, by using R5 special, we can circle back round to more calls to assist. I suppose that's kind of handy. save it the first time because he's obviously not used it yet. Might as well gain the offense up and put this here. Do this. So counterattack, everybody assists. Boom, 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 boom. Lovely. Now I'll use this, so it'll decrease the cooldowns on it. Ooh, don't hit Drogon, please. That's awful. Him hitting Drogon is really bad. Because we need Drogon to get... For fuck's sake. That's terrible RNG, bro. That's terrible RNG. Hey, what's going on, Nug? How you doing, buddy? Not gonna do it because I just don't want the additional stuff. So some of this. I'll do this to reduce the cooldowns on it. Basic. Do this. Fucking hell. If Zeb would have actually got hit then, we would have mass assisted. That's really annoying. That was really bad RNG, bro. Yeah, not having a hell of a lot of luck here, are we, boys? Okay. Just gonna go in with this. First special. Put the damage on Carson. Go. Misclick, for fuck's sake, scribe. Counterattack. Everybody assist. Boobity 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 boo. See, that was good. You just need to be able to do that like shitloads of times. Hey, what's going on, Dangerfield? How you doing today, buddy? Do this to reduce cooldowns. Should also increase our offense when attacking out of turn, right? Unfortunately, it does look like we are going to lose Drogon. Oh, Drogon dodged. We got lucky. We actually got lucky. Drogon somehow survived, and then got kicked in the dick. Called to assist. Pew pew pew. He does have on the run, so we might as well try. Good. Mass assist. Pew 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 pew. Good shit. Counterattack. Okay. New damage threshold reached, but looks like that's pretty much going to be it. Can we maybe hit 90%? We can! 91! New record, baby! Alright, let's catch up. Your best was with Embo, Cad, Zame, Drogon, Kara for 89%. Have Zeb calling Drogon. Zeb calling Drogon for taunt. Gets less buffs, less TM. And use basic with Kara. Just about to upgrade Radis to R9 now to get Cassian. Good job, Andrew. Doing great. Excited to finally have a leader. Doubly excited to catch you live. Hell yeah, bro. Do you think about Pirate ATST boss would return to the Colosseum after crate? Maybe. Maybe. I'm hoping we get new bosses. I'll be honest. Just finished farming Serum Malakos with all armies. Good stuff. I need to catch... They are only R2. What work, if any, can they do in GAC? It really depends what you're facing off against. I think the problem with Malicos is he's a little bit squishy. He can survive, but it's usually because he's got loads of health steal, right? And it doubles, I think, when he's below 50% health. Something like that. 200% health steal when he's below 50% health. So, like, someone might hit him and he'll counterattack and fully heal. But if he's at R2, they might just, like, one-tap him. And that's the broader issue, I think. I was cursed with bad Carson luck. Used all your crystals on the 6k pack and only got 4 5s and 1 7. Yeah, that's rough. Sorry, Pineapple. How you doing, bro? Carson lead run with Car instead of Ward, but it was probably just counter RNG. Yeah, well, it looks like Ward is incredibly useful here. Ward does seem to be incredibly useful. So let's try Zeb out and throw Kara in. Because Ward lets us do the mass counterattack, and I feel like that's very important. Having Kara in there immediately guarantees that we get on the run, out the rip. That, I feel, is important. Call in Kara. Because she still does really good damage. See, we want this so that when we counterattack now, everybody assists, and that's where the good damage is at. And then he takes like 3 turns, which sucks. I'm going to do this just so that we can ramp our damage, but also decrease the cooldown on the call to assist. 16k. Yeah, she does really good damage. But she's going to die. But she's going to die. That's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah, she needs another turn before we can get another mass counterattack. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's not ideal. Hey, see you later, Eris. Can you explain the mass counterattack synergy? I missed that from earlier. Yeah, essentially, if the enemy's got on the run and you use Ward's second special, the next time you counterattack, they'll call all New Republic allies to assist. So this over here, if she uses that second special whilst the enemy has on the run, whenever allies trigger no, that's it. Whenever Ward uses X-Haul Flyby, if enemies have on the run, all New Republic allies assist the next time any ally counterattacks. So it just adds a big chunk of damage. I think the broader problem is that 4-turn cooldown is too long. Yeah, make sure you are signed up for GAC, folks. Make sure you're signed up. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm only doing this for science. I'm just blowing through crystals here for no good reason. People are saying that they had good luck with Embo. Embo, I just find, is incredibly RNG. Like, wildly RNG. I'm going to try this comp for guaranteed starting the match with on the run, right? He should get it. Or is that part of his... it's part of his leader. Never mind. Alright. He doesn't have on the run, so we're not going to do the counterattack. And I'm guessing there's no way for me to actually get on the run now. Yeah, 100% is definitely out of reach. I would have to have incredible good RNG luck. And I don't think that's going to be available to us. I mean, I might as well. See, this one is so See, like, these guys have got a 35% chance to counterattack. And if they don't, you just don't do any damage. It says like, oh. She never lands that defense down either. Yeah, this run's not going anywhere. Right. I feel like Drogon is still necessary just because damage. Just because damage. I mean, maybe I should be giving that to Kara instead. Maybe I should be giving Keen Stratagem to Kara, because she does seem to do more damage. He's got on the run. So, provided we don't dodge, everybody assists. Brap. See, it does really, really good damage. If you get good RNG and he hits someone like that, that's always nice. Wow, we actually landed defense down. Of course, he, you know, gets rid of it faster than we can get back round, but that's not the point. Ooh. Scary shit. I mean, this feels like a bit of a waste, because we know she's going to disappear afterwards, so maybe I just do this. Kicked in the dick. I'm not sure if that is actually worthwhile per se. Go on then. See, that's quite nice, but we're just too dead at the minute. It would also help if he actually critted. They've just got such shit crit chance. We've tried that too, yeah. I was just trying R5 to see how that rolls. Everyone's going to be on tier 9 for 2 more weeks? Yeah, sounds like. Jotaz ramps damage as it does its boulder toss, and the retribution just feeds TM most of the time? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. Not sure who else to go with. Not sure. Yeah, we've done plenty of runs like this. Like, we can do... For some reason, that only passes goddamn offense to the character. I don't know why. I'll try putting this on her, because she does do a lot of damage. I was hoping to get the TM strip there. He's got on the run. It's going to strip all of our retribution, unfortunately. Good. There's the counterattacks. Wonderful. Provoked is okay, truth be told. Alrighty then. Shoot them. That's okay, going after Zeb. Probably should have just basic there. Put it on Carson. Somehow Kara didn't die there. Don't know how. You got tier 10, 69% with Carson, Ward, Zeb, R5. Loaned units are 96. Characters are 100 to 100. Yeah. It's the error levels that are doing it. Definitely the error levels. For God's sake. I mean, I could do this to get taunt. Yeah, I'm missing out on the mass counter-attack. Yeah, seems... I think it was a... What did I get? 90-something? 91% is about high as I can get. Can the boulder toss be taunted to Zeb? It can, yeah. The bigger issue is usually you don't get that opportunity to force Zeb to taunt. Because as soon as he does that special one, he'll dispel all your buffs. And then usually the Jotez will get enough turn meter to just go again and use the boulder toss. So he'll dispel everything and then he'll boulder toss straight away. I'm so lost on how loaned units are so much higher on some and like 70 or so on others. Well, everybody in your own roster, all your loaned units will be the same level because they all level up in unison, right? Some people might have error level 70 because they didn't spend any money in the early game, in the start of the era, where you'd get like the pass from the pass plus, and that would give you a crap load of front-loaded loaned unit level upgrades, essentially. Certain packs gave you them. That's how people have got higher. He dispels the buffs R5 gives prior to actually hitting you with the AoE, so his special is just feeding offense to Jotez? It is, yes. He is indeed, but it's also, like, the reason I was using it is because it decreases the cooldowns on this, and it also gives us additional offense ourselves when we counterattack. The problem is we're just not counterattacking often enough. So, yeah. Bum, ba-dum, boom, 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 boom. So, yeah. My loaned units are 89, and these guys are 95, and I just can't get any higher. Now, I do think that on, you know, tomorrow, I think we're going to go around to the Dryaxes, is it? Is it Dryaxes? No, it's Tomb Guards tomorrow. I think we'll do better there. Look at this guy. Yeah, this guy's hacking. All right, let's report a dude. Let's get a guy banned, shall we? If you're going to cheat, you might as well, you know, not make it obvious. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm looking at this the wrong way around. Yeah. Yeah, it will be the Dryaxes, because it goes to the right and loops this way, doesn't it? Sorry. Smoke his ass. Yep, consider him smoked. Hopefully, that guy will disappear now. Tomo Satnav 20. Tomo _ Satnav. Interesting. Yeah, but I mean, this guy's clearly cheating. Like 3 and 4 star units, 70 to 75, error level 75. Somehow hits tier 11? Tier 11? On the Zepho Tomb Guards? I don't think so. I don't think so, boys. Doop boop 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 boop. Yeah, so when we look at the error levels, yeah, it's just, so like theoretically, I think you need to get to 40% to earn some of these. So we'll be able to potentially get to, I mean, 100 doesn't give you anything special, right? So it gives you no upgrades at all. But what difference does going to 99 give us? 400 more health. Quite a chunk more protection. 9k more protection, basically. Good amount more speed. 18 more speed. Who cares about the tenacity? decent jump in damage. You know, that's what, 15% more damage or something, is it? No. 10% more damage. But also a little bit higher crit chance. Big jump to armor pen. No additional armor. Damage goes up by a small amount. It probably makes a difference. Probably makes a difference. But it feels like a weird design choice that all the bosses dispel buffs when we got a squad that wants everything to have Retribution and Retaliate. Yeah, a little bit. Like, I don't mind them dispelling, but they really should dispel after hitting, not before. Them dispelling before they hit completely, like, undermines Carson's entire kit. Like, Carson Teva's entire kit is about counterattacking, and they do it by giving this Retribution every time he does a basic on his turn. But it only lasts one turn. So if you have a unit that's basically looping turns and dispelling it and ramping offense because it's dispelling, it almost hard counters Carson, which is kind of annoying. Well, the thing is KDM, they're really not, based on our testing. We did about, what, 7 runs? 7 runs with Embo. We did, what did we do? What setup did we do? Drogon. And then we've tried a couple with, like, we tried it with Colonel Ward, we tried it with Zeb. We tried it with Cara Dune. We tried this. But the thing is, like, these guys will score lower. They won't score, like, 93%. There's just too much RNG in this team for it to be reliable. And this is just from the perspective of, based on my error levels, I'm better off just straight up using New Republic. That's just based on mine, right? Because we tested this multiple times, and I think 70-ish% was the highest we got. But again, we're at the mercy of RNG here. It's like, do we counterattack? We got to counterattack. Who does he hit? Like, we're about to lose Embo now. You know, it's just little things like that that make it pretty difficult to manage. And now we've lost Embo. See, that's a really quick loss of Embo. And now you're definitely not scoring very high, right? Boop, boop. Burning lines. We actually got a counterattack. So it's like, I think that Embo can potentially score higher. I just think it's very much dependent on luck, is the problem. You've got a 35% chance to counterattack, and then Embo needs to crit in order to take additional turns once contract is hit and stuff like that. So it becomes very difficult to reliably land it, you know? Oh, we've got a thermal detonator on him. Embo with the dodge. And then gets kicked in the face. 79%. So we're still, what, 12% lower than what we were? Did not get... What's the better solid setup? It really depends on your error levels, but like, I felt like this setup was kind of the ideal setup. Just because this guarantees you getting on the run straight out the rip. So, because Kara's got locked Retribution at the start, she immediately puts on the run out, which is nice. Because you need on the run for when Colonel Ward goes. Colonel Ward has to use her second special. Because if the enemy has got on the run, and you use this second special, the next time you counterattack with a New Republic character like this, everybody assists. They go, and that gives you a massive damage boost. So that's nice. It's just after that first one, it all goes to hell in a handbasket a little bit. I'm just going to basic. I'm not going to try and decrease those cooldowns anymore. Yeah, Apricate. So, like, I think it probably has a higher ceiling of potential, but you have to be incredibly lucky to get the stars aligned for it to actually work. I think, and that's kind of the problem that I have with it. So, I mean, I guess what you could do is you could just get your solid run in with your Carson Teva, and then you use your remaining 4 attempts to hopefully get a lucky run with Embo. You could do that. There's no real downside to that, I suppose. Yeah, we didn't have particularly good luck this time, did we? So, I mean, maybe we could just get rid of R5 and throw in... actually, should we take a look and see who else is actually New Republic that we've got? Oh, I can't actually do any more. I can't actually do any more testing. We've blown through multiple refreshes. To level them evenly or push one of them very high, you need to... I would say right now, if you do want to try and take advantage of Carson, I think Jotaz is just his worst matchup. I think you need to try and level him up as much as possible. He's an attacker and he's got the leadership, so you're always going to want to run him. So I would probably start with Carson. What are my thoughts on the Mandalorian Grogu film? I quite enjoyed it. I did a video review on it if you want to watch that later. I thought it was okay. I thought it was a bit safe. But overall, I quite enjoyed it. Quite enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't like some massive unmissable film. But if you go in expecting to see a condensed Mando Season 4, that's what you're going to get. Decent production value. Enjoyable enough. Good fight scenes. A little bit of nostalgia. A couple of scenes that were just a little bit convenient, I guess, in how they approach it. But it's a film for kids. So, I mean, got to roll with the punches. Keep finding I am overachieving on my first runs and then getting hard capped on successive runs. Also finding the characters this era to not incentivize the grind. I'm also finding the characters this era to not incentivize the grind. I mean, the incentive here is Rotter. Rotter is what we're doing this for, and the fact that all these characters are for a new galactic legend. So I think the end goal is still worthy. Even if I'll be honest, I don't particularly like the team. I don't particularly like the New Republic as it stands. We don't have Grogu and Anzellans, and we don't have presumably the new Mandalorian to lift the team and make it fun. As it stands right now, it doesn't feel like a particularly fun team. It just feels kind of like, eh. You know? That's just me. Like, it feels really weird to me that Carson Teva is the lead when you've got Colonel Ward over here, and she is his immediate superior officer. That feels strange, thematically speaking. You know? It just feels a little bit weird. And Jester, generally speaking, it makes most sense that you're always going to score better on your first run, but only because when you do your first run, you've most likely gained additional error levels since the last time you did that boss. So it's almost always going to show you at a new high score. Almost always. And then after that, it's, it's kind of RNG. Maybe sometimes you'll score better than you did your first time, maybe you won't. Another team bites the dust. Do you think Disney makes more with Disney Plus subs for 3 months, or one movie ticket as opposed to as the options for Season 4 Mando? It's a good question, Cliff. So there's two sides to it, right? There's like, what would be the budget to put it as a TV series? What's the budget to make it a theatrical release? How long do they normally release things over? It's usually like 8 episodes releasing once a week. Sometimes you get 2 episodes once. So that might be worth 2 months worth of Disney Plus subs, right? It's really hard to quantify. Really hard to quantify. When it first comes out, it'll be like the first 2 months of Disney Plus subs. After that, the best you'll get is 1 month because people will binge it, right? Similarly, you can say, eventually the film is going to go to Disney Plus. How many people are going to maintain a subscription or pay for a subscription to Disney Plus to watch Mando and Grogu when it comes to Disney Plus? Obviously less, because it's no longer in vogue and many people would have seen it in cinema. It's really hard to say. Really hard to say. If the Snow Trooper Commando were able to be released, Do you think Imperial Remnant would do better than the other teams? It's a good question. What's the leadership over here? 100% max health, max protection. The first time each Imperial Remnant ally falls below 30% health, they recover that. And all other Imperial Remnant allies, yep. Gain defense up for 2 turns, and Snowtrooper Commander taunts for 2 turns. Whenever an Imperial Remnant ally ability blocks an enemy, they gain defense equal to 50% of Snowtrooper Commander's defense for 1 turn. Whenever an enemy attacks out of turn, inflict speed down on them. Who cares? Resist gets tenacity down. That's kind of cool. Dispel all buffs on Snowtrooper Commander. Gain 200% defense. And I guess... I think the broader issue with Snowtrooper Commander, before even going out, is that he's the only Imperial Remnant marquee. So you'd be entirely dependent on loaned unit levels. And as you can see, it's easy to pull away from your loaned unit level increases. So you're going to have one guy as opposed to potentially 4 guys that have got, you know, higher error levels, right? Maybe that's going to be an issue. But I think Snowtrooper Commander with Death Trooper is going to be good. You've also got Snowtrooper. You've also got Scout Trooper. Probably TIE Fighter Pilot, I guess, would be better. It might be an okay team. It might be an okay team, truth be told. You know, Death Trooper's going to double tap. You're going to get cleanses with Snowtrooper, with Scout Trooper. It could be pretty good. I think it'll do okay. With Colosseum, I wish I could just full auto it, but I feel like with this new system, I have to manually do it to make the error currency. Just getting through it as quick as possible. Yeah, I mean, I'm just experimenting to see what's what, you know? I don't mind playing it. It's, you know, it's over relatively quickly. It's fun to try and figure out new stuff, but... The theory crafting with Lone Unit has been the most fun part of this era. That definitely keeps me... Well, Jester, I agree. I just wish it was more than 5 frickin' battles. And then, like, what I did today was dumb. What did I do? 3 refreshes of this? I spent 750 crystals to get 5 attempts at doing this each time. So 15 attempts for 750 crystals. It's a rip-off. We should have, like, 10 base attempts. And it should be like 50 crystals to refresh your attempts. 250 is just a joke, man. I did it just because we had Carson Teva and we got a load of people watching. So I thought, you know, why not? We'll do it while we're here. I will survive. I've still got a decent chunk of crystals. I'll go by the end of this era. And of course, when we get Grogu and Anzellans, we're going to have Rotter. So how's Rotter going to change that scenario? You know? Is Rotter just going to be the de facto unit that we use? What's a good review of their new system? At least it's over relatively quickly. Yeah, tell me about it. Let people spend their crystal. Yeah, it's a bit weird to cap it, truth be told. Like, they cap them in Arena as well. You've got an hour to lock in for GAC, guys. 1 hour. Oh, shit. Quickly, jump into First in Fleet. That was close. Yeah, they even lock the refreshes you can do in Squad Arena. You know, it's kind of weird. Are we just going to run Rotter solo? I imagine so, yeah. There might be certain things that he's better having a full team, like maybe against the Zepho guards, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. We'll find out later. Yeah, you can underman it. Of course you can, because you can do that at the start, can't you? So it's probably going to be Rotter solo. I feel like Rotter solo will be the best for Jotaz for sure. You hope the new training mode doesn't have caps, but I bet it will. I doubt the training mode does. I guarantee the new squad PvP does. We need to hear a little bit more from CG on that. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to find something. New yeah, there's going to be a new era PvP mode, which is basically Squad Arena for era-based characters. We know that's coming sometime, probably next era, we don't know. CG just said it's coming in the future. At the start of this era, they talked about it. We don't know much about what it's going to look like, what it's going to reward. Presumably era-based currencies, like era currency and stuff like that, but we don't know. I still think it will bring in Relic 11. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, Buell. You're not wrong. It's been very, very quiet from CG lately. And I know why some of it has been quiet. But, you know, we need to have just a little bit more info, I feel. It would be nice. People, I think this is part of the problem with their new way of doing stuff. When, you know, you get like a whole era worth of content and then you get nothing for 3 months. It's like, it's hard to keep enthused. You know, speaking as a content creator, I know that when I go out and do videos, I need to make videos at least once every other day to keep people watching, to keep people interested, that sort of thing, in my channel. So from CG's side, like, practically doing nothing for 3 months. I say practically. Obviously, we have stuff like new conquest units, new datacrons and stuff like that. But there's no, like, big announcements that come out during that period. It's a long time in a live service game to have no news. It'll probably be okay as long as the matchmaking is good. Yeah. Love your content. First time watching you live. Oh, nice. Thanks, Drops Bops. Thank you, brother. Hope you're doing well, man. When would you expect CG to release the update for Era PvP and Sandbox? I think it's going to be next era. I don't think they're going to release it this era. We might hear something when Rotter drops. So in 2 weeks' time, we should have Grogu and Anzelans, right? These guys should be available in the game, which means they have to put in the update for the Rot of the Hut event. We might get some news about it then, but it's most likely not going to be until we get Snowtrooper Commander, which will be in the last 2 weeks of the era, which is when we will usually get the next big announcement for what's the upcoming era, right? So, if we're lucky, it might be with Grogu. If not, it's going to be with Snowtrooper Commander. I can't imagine they'll push out a new era and not mention era PvP and the testing mode. Even if it's just to say it's not coming now, it's coming in a future update. Which comes first, training mode or GTA 6? Who knows, bro? Who knows? Heard from Ranger, Kadar and Troopers that Meathead is working on writing a new Conquest unit kit reveal, and it's something we wouldn't guess. I mean, that would make sense. That would make sense because this is the last Conquest. This is the last Conquest for Cobb Vanth now. So as soon as this Conquest is over in 5 days, 2 weeks later, we will have the new Conquest. But usually they do a kit reveal at the end of the last Conquest, and then they start front-loading all the stuff for the next one. So yeah, that's about right for what it is. He might have said something in the Swigger Events Discord server. Do 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 boo. Hope the Rotter event is actually unique and not copied and pasted from other era events. I imagine it's going to be the Dejeric thing, whatever it is. You know, the arena battle. Just want to have a ha-ha funny cut with Bo-Katan Mandalore. That's all I care about. That's fair. Hut Twins is a galactic legend? I'll press F to doubt on that one. We're not going to get a third set of huts. I mean, we might, but I doubt it. They'll have to create really large unit. Next conquest will be Hoth Luke. All right, bet. Who do I think it will be? A lifter for the new GL? I mean, it potentially might be. Things just get a little bit weird, right? Things get a little bit weird at this point because we've already got 5 New Republic. We're going to have GL Mando. Let's be honest, it'll be a GL Mando, which means 6, right? Which means you've got a full team, you've got 1 left over, and you've technically got 2 3v3 teams, right? So you've already got 2 leaders, you've got a setup. It feels like it'll be Carson Teva, Ward, and R5, and then it will be Mando, Grogu, and Zeb, right? As 2 3v3 teams. If they were to throw in a Conquest lifter, it kind of fucks things around again. It's like, oh, who do you drop? I'm not saying they don't do it. It just feels a bit weird. Just feels a bit weird. And I know we've oftentimes had a Conquest unit that supports the GL, right? You had it with Glat. You had it with Lord Vader. You had it with JMK. Who else do we have recently? PK Hondo. Like, Smee is a little bit of a weird one because Smee is important, but he's not the Ezra to Glat. You know? He's not the Cat to JMK. Smee is just kind of like, yeah, you're okay. You're not bad. We need Neon Numb. Yeah, why not? Next GL is Yoda Ghost Form. I'll take it. There's a lifter for JML. Indy? Yes, let's get Indy in here. Squire, got a question? Yeah, no worries, bro. I've completed normal conquest this conquest. Do I have to wait until next conquest to access hard? Yes, you do, mate. Yeah. So when you start conquest each time, I've still got muscle memory to go over here. When you start conquest each time, you have to lock into your difficulty at the start of conquest. So provided you've gotten to the end of Sector 5 and you've collect that data disk, you should be at the point where you've completed normal, right? And hard mode will unlock the next time round in 2 weeks, basically. Well, 2 weeks and 5 days and 21 hours. It's just Luke in a tauntaun with him continuously saying they smell bad on the inside. Lukewarm. Is Revan 2.0. I'll take it. Other GLs need some love first. The likes of C or Luke need someone to... Yeah, Luke, I think, desperately needs it. C does also desperately need it. They tried once, they failed. They just made a unit that's basically C again. Could be like a Moz. Moz? Another leader for the New Republic other than Tram? Who's Tram? Oh, for another team. We'd need a lot more New Republics, I think, right? What about Hoth Luke lifts the crappy Hoth rebels and allows Wampa to play on a team with his army? Why not? No worries, Blackout. I'm following your PK Hondo advice, but I'm very far from Smee. What team would you make for PK Hondo then? You don't need Smee. You don't need Smee at all. Just use OG Hondo. So you go PK Hondo, OG Hondo, then you go Vane, Silvo, and Brutus. And that's perfectly good team. Is it okay for player to keep grinding on easy mode for conquest? If their heroes have enough power, they could grind for normal mode? Is it okay for players to keep grinding easy mode for conquest? You can, but generally speaking, I can't remember if it's true of easy to normal, but certainly normal to hard. The rewards that you get from the very first crate in hard mode, this crate here gives you more rewards than gold boxing or red boxing normal conquest. So provided you can do at least the very first crate on the tier above, you're usually better off just going up in difficulty, because it just gives you more rewards. Now, I've heard people say in the past that they'll go to like normal conquest or something like that instead of hard just to farm datacrons easier, but I'm personally of the opinion that you should always be trying to push as high as you can possibly go. Should always be trying to red box. I will red box. I've been just farming Datacron since day 2. So I'm just deliberately not going any further. I've got 5 days left. I can finish it off in a day. Next Conquest unit should be New Republic Lizzo, with Jack Black as her husband. Third box in normal is better than last box in easy. Oh, there you go. I looked once before. When I was smaller, you need like 3 or 4 crates in normal before it's better than red in easy. Yeah, so it must be different in the easy to normal jump. Anyone else had 0 interest in Cobb Vanth? You know, I would be more interested in Cobb Vanth if his kit wasn't the kit we got. You know? Like I really enjoyed Cobb Vanth in the Mando series. I thought it was a good character. It was kind of cool. I just don't like the idea of the Constable faction. You know? My Constables are kind of underdeveloped. Sure, we've got the R10 Cup because of the Lightspeed bundle, right? But then we got Lobot and Cara Dune. R6, R5. And then my Jawas are R7. And my Tuscans are R7. And I'm just like, if I'm going to invest in that team to make some weird Franken team, I'm going to have to up the average relic level of a lot of units, depending on what's like the best fit. And, you know, I'm just not excited to use those characters. Would Jack Black be a large unit? Don't know. I'd say he is a unit. How much would you recommend a Dolphin player spend on error unit bundles / crystals? So, for a Dolphin, all I would recommend is get the Pass Plus. Buy the Episode Pass Plus. That will get you a 5-star unlock of each marquee. You'd have to buy it each time, so once a month, $40. Will get you a 5-star unlock. Now, that really depends on the rest of your roster, right? That depends on, are you getting value out of a 5-star unlock of Rot of the Hutt? It's a little bit late now, because obviously we've gone through most of the era. But the start of an era is important, right? Because if you're not getting value from those Lightspeed tokens that you get from the Journey Guide unlock, the value drops off quite heavily. The value drops off really heavily. However, you are still getting the Legendary unlocked at 5 stars. That's going to help you with the era battles, the next 12 era battles. You get a little bit of return on investment there. If you're not getting value out of the Lightspeed tokens, I would definitely say buy the Episode Pass, which is $20, I want to say, because it's still really, really good value. And then it's up to you, really, if you really want to get the units, but I wouldn't go crazy beyond that. Datacrons equals crystals. Yep. The Shadow Lord Maul Constable Lawson and his droid 2 Boots would be cool constables to add. Yeah. Yeah. I liked Carson and 2 Boots. They were cool characters. I liked 2 Boots in particular. He was fun. Feel like they should make it easier to catch up in each era. If you miss just one, you are pretty much screwed, as there's no way to get Mark 1 and Mark 2 currencies with crystals and even money to level up. Yeah, it's true. I have a bunch of error currency that I was saving to buy Lightspeed tokens. Gonna potentially save it for the next GL. Should I keep waiting for Mando or just use them for other GL requirements? It takes a long time for units to go into the Lightspeed token rotation. They need to be out for over a year, basically. So if you're willing to hold on to stuff for an entire year, then feel free. I'm holding off on my free-to-play account. I'm holding off until Pirates come, but that should be in the next 3 months. So that's not that long now. Bap. If they add police from the Maul show, I'll be excited for that team faction. Does Satil team inflict dots? Don't think so. There are Old Republic that do inflict dots, but I don't think Satil's team does. Cobb seems to be, like CG is saying, hey, relic your Jawas and Tuscans, please, disguised as a character. Wouldn't be the first time. If I missed the pass plus the first time, just bought the original pass, is it still worth it? It depends what star level your original marquees are. Satil's team in TW afflicts dots because mission is on there. This is true, yeah. Does she inflict dots? I thought it was thermals. I can't remember. Ah, okay, there you go. Inflicts damage over time on the enemy for 2 turns when she uses an ability, which can't be evaded. Enemy resists, machine gains 20% potency, yada yada yada, until she inflicts damage over time. Yeah. Good stuff. Is it bad that I'd rather spend crystals on datacrons than new units they're pumping out? No, not really. Nothing wrong with spending crystals on datacrons. Datacrons will win you GACs. It like, don't get me wrong, the error currency, this is great. This store is phenomenal now, because you can buy impulse detectors and aero mags and Gerda keypads and droid brains. So if you do well in your Colosseum, which is partially based on, you know, how competitive your shard is, but also how much money you spend, like, this stuff is so valuable. Like, this is worth more than, not necessarily more than what you get with Datacrons, because Datacrons, the value you get out of Datacrons really depends on where you play in GAC, right? But these things can rapidly increase the pace at which you are relicking up units. Any sneaky good teams for the upcoming GAC? Django. If you've got the Datacron. I'm so frustrated with the Django Datacron, because I have got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Separatist Crons. Most of them have been re-rolled at least once on the level 9. No Django. Fucking annoying. I also don't have Satil. Oh, I do have Satil. I must have got her recently. Do I need to re-roll this shit? Probably I do. But this one's not an ideal Satil Cron. What do I want for the light side? We want the 15% max health and protection if possible. And then I need the damage reduction level 6. There we go. Now I could re-roll this to try and get protection. Protection! Come on, give me some protection. Ugh, fucking low roll. Not gonna re-roll these. Okay, so now that's a semi-decent Satil Cron. It's not great, obviously. I have a Basti one that's, like, more optimally rolled. It's got the same level 3, 6, 9. Well, the 9 is Basti, but we've got almost entirely protection. Should we try and re-roll this again for protection? I can't tell you how many times I've re-rolled this looking for protection, and it's just never fucking rolling it. I've spent hundreds of Mark 1s on this trying to get this. I just want it to be protection, damn it. I just want it to be perfect protection rolls. Some time ago, you released a video on the future of the fleets. What do you think of replacing fleets with Star Wars vehicles like current ship ATSTs? It would be nice, but I can't see it happening. They talked about doing vehicles years ago, and apparently it got scrapped. So if it gets scrapped, maybe they'd go back to it, but you never say never, right? Do you think we'll ever get Pike Syndicate? Probably. I mean, the units are already in the game, aren't they? They're in TB. Want to double check a claim you made, mate? You said Episode Pass Plus gives you extra shards. Yes, but I don't see anything about it. Just the pass is enough to get the shards, I think. Yeah, so this is one of the weird intricacies of how CG does things. For some reason, when you go for this pass, nowhere does it state you get an extra 20 shards. Nowhere. Doesn't tell you anywhere. But if you buy the Pass Plus, and you go into the store and you go into the error store, there is a free card in here that gives you 20 shards of each of the marquees for that error. It's free, but you have to buy the Pass Plus to get it. So it's not free. It's also available on the web store after you've bought the Pass Plus. I don't know why CG doesn't advertise it, because it's huge. Because if you buy the Pass Plus, you literally do not need to get any shards of any characters. You don't need to buy any of these. You don't need to buy any of these. You'll get a 5-star unlock for $40 a month. And that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good for $40. Of course, you also still get the episode track, and you get enough episode experience to gain 10 levels, which basically means you're getting 10 bonus rewards, 10 levels of bonus rewards over here. So you're gaining 130,000 error leveling currency and, you know, between 3,500 to 20,000 episode currency. So, you know, that in itself is kind of nice, right? But they don't tell you anything about the extra levels, extra shards that you get. And I don't know why. But they've done it for every single episode pass this time. Let me see if I can find the actual thing for it. Where was it? Yeah, so this is it. This is it here. So this was the one that we got recently with this error. You get 20 shards of Ward, 20 shards of Teva. You get some error mats, and you get, this is episode experience points, basically. And you just get it for free if you buy the Episode Pass Plus. And there was a similar one for R5 and Zeb, right? In the first setup. Who's better in a JML team, a Gear 12 Cal or an R3 Grandmaster Yoda? Cal. You had to reroll to get the Django and Sorticron? Fair. Is there a case for the 1505 protection level 6? There is. I just don't think it's as good as the damage reduction one. How do the Cron reroll costs work? Sometimes I'll roll once and all tiers go up, and other times it doesn't go up. So like the first time you reroll, the costs don't increase, but then the second time they do, and then they'll stay at a certain tier for another 2 rerolls, and then they'll go up, and then they cap at a certain point. Should we need a fleet ship for the error? Need a fleet ship for the error. What do you mean? Have an error full of ships? It would be nice, but I don't see how CG do that. Like, unfortunately, we've spoken about this at length in Tribe Talks and stuff like that, but Colosseum just doesn't work in space. They'd have to just make a space version of Colosseum. Maybe they've already done this and we don't know, right? But it means completely new backgrounds, needs completely new animations. There's no crowd anymore, so they have to get rid of the sound file, I guess. Broadly speaking, in order for us to get ships need pilots. So if they're going to be using existing characters for pilots, how does that impact the ship stats? Because it's supposed to be fair for everybody, so it can't collect from our character roster, right? Can't come from our roster. So do they have to introduce error loaned units to be pilots for these new ships? If they are new characters, new marquees coming in, how do they release that in an error? Like how do they release a character and a ship in the error and still release enough ships and enough characters? And then they can't mix and match Colosseum to be ground and space. So there's just layers of complexity that makes it a little bit weird. They could, of course, just make them all pilotless units, right? All pilotless ships. But then you need to have, still got to have the error leveling system applied to a bunch of pilotless ships. And pilotless ships have got long-term issues, right? They do not scale over the long term. As we get more and more gear levels and relic levels and all that sort of thing, they start to drop off in usability. So it's like, it gets really tricky. So I don't think we'll get an error of ships. I know you won't have noticed, having bought the pass and all, but they're so stingy with the episode currency this episode. There's a second week in a row I haven't been able to buy all 5 Omni-Mats. Yeah, I do notice on my free-to-play account, because that one doesn't get it, and that one's like strapped It's completely strapped. It usually is strapped. I almost never buy Omnis on that account anyway, because I'd rather buy signal data. Get another 10 levels in the bonus. Yep. Yep. Didn't you have 110k at this? I did, Omni. But I've been using my crystals to buy all of the surge packs and the full packs here. So you think about it, every new character is about 20,000 crystals plus, usually. So I'm usually doing, it's about 18,000 crystals. So what are we on, character 4 now? So, you know, that's 4 times 18,000. That's close to like 80,000 crystals, isn't it? So that's why I'm down to 53. That's why I'm down to 53. Because I've bought the surge pack and a 5-pull of every marquee since the start of this era. What's going on, Senest? How many people would quit after 3 months of ship marquees? I'm sure we would have some issues. Joe Taz with an astronaut helmet goes into space. Problem solved. Yeah, just put a little space. Put a little space rocket on him. Little bulb head. Make him look like frickin' Buzz Lightyear. You know, with a little bit more gut to love. Buzz Lightyear with some gut to love, and job's done, right? Still just saying, let's have little toy ships against the boss. Tiny little toy ships. You're 4 months into the game? Good stuff, Jack. Do you kind of miss the pirate ATST boss? Not really. Not really. I quite like the Crate Dragon, so I'm okay with that. I don't like the Jotaz. I've never liked Jotaz, and I hate the Dryax. The Dryax sucks. I don't really miss the pirate boss, the ATST. If I remember right, that one was the one that was most prone to crashing. At least for me. I'd face off against the pirate ATST, and the number of times that the game would crash against that guy, you'd just waste your entire run, was so annoying. If they fixed it, maybe it'd be a little bit better. Yeah. Oh, it's Baby Yoda. Hey, Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda is apparently the greatest in the world. 110, 105, 110, 95, 105, 96. This guy is going all in, baby. All in. So yeah, you know, I'm not that fussed by the ATST being missing. Boom. Anyway, is he of any use in Colosseum? Sorry, who, Rule of 2? Is who of any use? Baby Yoda's in your arena shard. It's great to always see what he's doing. Yeah, how you doing, Balto? Bans? Bans? Well, I mean, we have reported that one dude. That's clearly hacking. This guy over here. Tomo Satnav 20. Clearly hacking. Oh, Carson Teva. Yeah, just not very good against Jotaz. He upped my score marginally. I think I went up 1 tier of rewards. So I think I was on like 80 something percent, 82, and I went to 91 of tier 9. But he's just like, I think Jotaz will be his worst performing setup. First Grand Arena with Jabba in your pocket. Hell yes! He just has the better gaming chair. It's true. Your first gank with PK Honda. Everybody's unlocking GLs at the minute, apparently. Everybody's unlocking them GLs. All unlocking them GLs. Doo-dah. Yeah, I feel you. Hope you're good. I'm needing some direction. I'm close to Bo Mami and Balin, and I'm also getting C full Zetas. Bit lost on what to focus on. Any of the Bo-Katan, Mandalore, or Balin are both really good teams. Like, you can't go wrong. C is quick and easy. because he's just one unit, basically. You know, you can throw C with Watt, and you'll counter pretty much everything he's supposed to counter. Or you can throw him with Bane, and he'll counter everything he's supposed to counter. Whereas Bo-Katan, Mandalore, and Balin, they need to have multiple Omicrons, full Zetas on the entire team, decent levels of relic investment, as well as decent modding on the whole team, you know? But I would say my favorite out of all of those was Balin. It'd be like Balin, Bomami, C would be my order. I only have one person on tier 10 in my shard. The shards seem so variable. I mean, they are. They are. Let's see. In my particular shard, these guys are on tier 10, but I imagine most people haven't hit it yet because it's only been live for a couple of hours. So when we wake up tomorrow, I'll be pushed out of the top 10. I'll be like in 12th or 13th or something. And that's okay. I don't mind. Your alt just finished Ray, and then also gets Ben Swallow to R7 with a Force Diode Omicron. It's an upgrade of the week. Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, it's a massive upgrade for Ray, particularly speaking. Ray does so, like, Ben is a huge game changer for the Ray squad. It makes her annoying. It doesn't make her impossible. Nothing makes her impossible. But it makes her very annoying. Who are we facing off against in T-dubs today? In TW. www. It's the 101st Beskar Battalion. Looks like they are clearing through lickety split splickety lit. On defensuals, they've got the Gunganos. People been dropping battles versus the Gungans. That's no good. Eggnards will be so pleased. And down south, what do we got? Ray. Rabies and the babies with the Swordicron coming in thick and fast. Your Shin short for Balin, saving for an LST. Fair. I think if they were... Oh, excuse me, sorry, bro. I think if they were going to launch new ships for an era, they would have capital ship bosses. They would launch new pilots in the era before, and the pilots would be loaned. You mean they'd get loaned in the next era? Maybe? I mean, they could do it. I don't think they will, but they could somehow. It would have to be a space-only era because, like, the whole Colosseum, like, progression system doesn't work if you take it away and you make half the units, you know, ground marquee, half of them in space. They'd have to completely redo the progression, and I think it would get a bit funky. I'm muted. No, I'm not. No, I'm not muted. You're muted, Swigger player. Wappa wappa. Is Starkiller good with Seer in 5v5? I'm going dude and don't have stranger. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. Oh, sorry, you've got Darth Vader's dual end. Right, okay. So you don't want to use Starkiller with Palpatine. Yeah, he does fine. Seer Maul Malicos with Starkiller still does okay. That team's a lot of fun. That team is a lot of fun. I should probably get on the alt account and do the marquee there. Is it worth to buy the episode pass right now, even if I missed the previous ones, and have 14k crystals in the back pocket? Is it worth it? It depends. Do you have 5-star? Have you got 5 stars on all of your marquees? Apart from the current ones. Hey, peace out from us. Swigger player, I'm not muted, mate. 30 more minutes for GAC sign up. Yep. Yep, better make sure that you get those GAC sign-ups going. You don't want to miss GAC. That would be terrible. Alright. Oh, did I really just close down the game, not sign into my new account, my alt account? I've done that so many times. Like, thinking that I've logged out of my account, genuinely just logged back into the same account again. And all the AIT accounts too. Yes. I got them at 3 stars, that's why I'm wondering. Oh, you're going to have a real hard time trying to get the rest to 5 stars. Like, you could get them to 4 stars. Because you don't need a heck of a lot to do that. But it's going to be incredibly inefficient. I would probably say wait until the next era and start then. Is how I would probably do it. Do we know what... they're looking into it. They're looking into it. I'm not sure why it's happening, but it's never done any damage to Colosseum bosses, which is really frustrating. Where is my alt in GAC? Chromium 4? Something like that? Nowhere special. No worries, Pa. Ba-ba-dum-bow, wow, wow. Look at this Imperial Pro droid. Thinks he's all that. Biddy-doo. Dee-doo-doo-doo. Web-a-da-web-a-da-web-whoop. Get him. Get him. Get him. God, this takes forever. Get him. Get him. Oh my lord. There we go. Just got layer 2R7 in time for GAC. Good stuff, Mushisagara. I would think that Zeb's second special should at least knock off an armor plating. Yeah, it doesn't do anything apparently. Because, hey Aggie, how you doing? Because it just doesn't deal any damage. That's the long and short of it. Alright, we do need to pull a 5-pack. Fingers crossed, guys. Let's hopefully get some good runs. We didn't really have very good luck on the main. Swevin. 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 Not the best. Not the best. Might as well promote him. Yeah, I'll take him up to 85. I have confidence that Carson will actually be useful to my team here. You can see I've not invested in Zeb. I saved resources for Carson in the hopes that he would do something good. In the hopes. Lucky number 7. It was pretty lucky, yeah. I'd say pretty lucky. Will there be more assault battles or only air battles? I imagine we will never see a new assault battle apart from Galactic Legends. I do think that Galactic Legends will get assault battles as like another level of incentive to get them. They did it for GLAT recently, right? And we've got Smuggler's Run 3 for Pirate King Hondo. So I fully assume we'll get a future assault battle or some sort of economy event for future GLs, but I don't think we'll ever see another faction that gets an assault battle. I think it'll be just era battles from now on. I need 10 more shards, so I need to do a 2-pull. I need to do 2 pulls, so that's 2-6. Yeah, I'll do a 2-pull. Swevin. Swevin. So it just got all Swevins for Teva. I think that's right. 40. So hang on. I need 21 thingamabobs, and we've got 6 days of 5, which is 30, right? So we should be fine. We should be fine. We shouldn't need any more shard pulls for him. Why'd you call Scribe a clone trooper? A shiny. Shiny head, maybe. Despite evidence to the contrary in Jotaz? Absolutely. Yeah, I just think that Jotaz particularly does well versus Carson Teva. I don't think it is a case. Attempt to inflict crit damage down 20 times. I don't think it's a case that Carson Teva is a bad lead. I just think that Jotaz hard counters Carson Teva's setup. So I'd rather do better in the other 3 bosses, even if it means Jotaz I do just as well. You know? Critical... Was it critical damage down? Padawobiwan does it. I assume that's on his Conquest Omicron. Galactic Republic. Go for it. By Odin's beard! It's 9 PM and still bright outside. Aren't we lucky? Boop, 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 boop. I don't want to do that second special because it's just going to kill everybody. Whereas if I get to use specials with these guys, it'll be better for me. Do a spready. Rude. Hop it. Crit damage down. Bop it. Crit damage down. Heal up, Buttercup. Crit damage down. Crit damage down. Crit damage down. I imagine that was probably most of it, right? Oh, it was offense down. Or was it? I'm confused. Hey, hey! We did stuff. Hey, what's going on, John? How you doing, mate? Oh. More currency? Oh, it's 20 times. Okay. I thought it was 10 times. We went from like 2, so we gained 10. So if I use that team again, we maybe will be okay. Makes sense to me? Oh, for God's sake, will you commit? It's got issues with commitment. Go. I think the 2 teams that will do best versus Jotaz by the end of the era will be Rotter Solo or Imp Troopers with Snow Trooper Commander. Potentially. I think Rotter Solo is going to be the one, personally. I think Solo Rotter is definitely going to be the one. I don't want to use that second special from Padawobiwan because I feel like it's just going to kill everything too quickly. And we don't want none of that. Don't want none unless you've got buns, hun. Yeah. Hop it. And bop it. Gotta get that crit damage down. Gotta get that crit damage down. Think we may need to do that one more time? Don't know. Too many things. Too many things popping up at once. Hey, there we go. Lovely. Character quests. Looks like if I defeat 5 enemies with bigs, I'll get nothing. Well, yeah, that'll have to do. Oh man, I really need to get back to climbing in fleet. Last couple of days, I've missed it. Okay. I don't mind taking you up there. Let's see how well this team does now. It's not going to do great, but I imagine it will at least give me a little bit of a bump. A little bit of a bump. Let's go Teva, these guys. Not going to take in Zeb. I'll take in Cara Dune and Captain Drogolos. So John, not really against Jotaz. Jotaz just does so well against... Oh, crap. Didn't mean to do that. Against Carson Teva's setup. Just kind of hard counters him. But this is kind of fun. Provided he actually hits somebody that actually can counterattack. Never mind. When you actually do get to do the counterattack and mass assist, it's kind of nice. Burn him. Probably shouldn't do that burning. Should probably just basic with him. Okay, here we go. Whee! I do like that. That's a lot of fun. Alrighty then. The problem is, you just gain too many buffs and you feed too much turn meter to the Jotaz. That's the biggest issue. 55. $63. Pain and suffering. Bye, Drogologues. Can we hit 70? Maybe, but probably not. Yeah. Alright. It was a decent bump. Decent bump. Up to 75%. It is, Jack, yeah. Alright, that lets me put some levels into Ward. That might help. Who can say? We need to get R5 up to 90 anyway for the 4-star unlock. And then I forget. I forget who. For the 5-star unlock, it's Carson Teva to 95. So that's fine. We need to invest in Carson and R5 anyway if you want to get Rotter unlocked. So I'll just focus on getting these guys up there and then pummel everything into Rotter and hope that he's just going to carry harder. Curious, decent results. I'm using Satil Shan's Cron for the Old Republic. So where is Sorty's Cron best used? Ray, Darren. Throw Sorty under Ray. This is my alt account. But yeah, doing a Sorty team with Ray is probably your best bet. But only really if you've got decent relic levels and modding on your Sorty. If she's R5, obviously you can't even use the level 9 ability. But if you've got her like R7, R8, and you've got some good modding on her, you've got good levels of relic levels across your Ray squad, she could do some good damage. I'm tempted on my alt account. On my main account, sorry. Tempted. But not enough to actually want to throw relic levels on Sorty. If that makes sense. Welcome back. Hi back. I'm Scribe. Oh? Yeah, have farmed that one. I hate farming ships. They take too flippin' long. Too flippin' long to farm ships, Boisbach. Got your Sorty team on defense. Lobot, T3, BB8, Huge Wang. Not expecting holds. Do you not have Glatbule? Is that why you're putting Huge Wang in the team? I've already purchased that. I can't remember where I got to. I'm working on my Inquisitorius to get Reaver ready. I need one more flawed signal data in order to take 7th Sister up to the next relic level. And then it's 2 each on 5th and 8th. And then Reaver ready. Then it'll be Gen like Cal Kestis, get some love in. And then I need to focus on the gas squad and get them all done and dusted. It's fun. I need so many flipping Zetas for that team though. I have got 0 Zetas. Well, I got 2 Zetas on gas. But we just need so many Zetas. Guess we'll get one more. What do you think the main 5v5 team for a Snowtrooper Commando will be? It's a good question. I don't know. I feel like you could maybe just use him in a DTMG team, but it's a good question. I haven't really looked at it. I feel like his lead is more of a 3v3 thing. Oh, he's not in here, is he? 100% health, max health protection, Imperial Remnant, for the recover stuff. Defense up, and he taunts. So he's a tank. Whenever an Imperial Remnant ally ability blocks an enemy, they gain defense equal to 50% of his defense. Whenever an enemy attacks out of 10, inflict speed down on them for 1 turn. He's a 3v3 GAC Omni. Wow, that's annoying. While Snowtrooper Commander has protection, all Imperial Remnant allies have 100% crit avoid and tenacity. Gnarly. Maybe he'll go on an Enoch team. Could just be like a 5v5 Enoch, but I doubt it. How critical is Apo's second Zeta special for a Lord Vader team? I want to say very. I want to say very, but I can't remember what it does. If Lord Vader is in the ally leader slot and the target enemy has 8 or more stacks of damage over no, it's okay. It's okay. Like, it's not going to be your primary source of Order 66, but it is nice to have. You definitely want it, but you can hold off. Will Maz be in the upcoming Proving Grounds? I think so, actually, right? I think so. You are Zeta poor. I would try to finish off a team one at a time, to be honest, John, but yeah. Probably next era with most remnants for Commander to work with. Good night, Dr. Bops. Drops and bops. Drops and bops. Enoch can't have other leaders. He'll replace Enoch on a DTMG team and Enoch will just sit in the corner and cry. Not this one. Next Conquest she will. Ah, okay. Thank you, Bjorn. Does anybody use Afra versus Jabber in 3s? Insight says it's like 50% win rate, but is it safe with proper modding? I don't really use her in 3s now, but this is a 5v5 setup anyway. We're doing 5s now, aren't we? I want to say it's 5s. We just came off 3s, didn't we? So yeah, it's a funny old world. It is a funny old world. So yeah, Afra has done particularly well in the past because we've had like the IG-90 Cron as well as the IG-88 Cron in the past. She's definitely more reliable now with IG-90 in the mix, but it's still not super dependable in my experience. It's 5s, as my Tusken Raider was spawning in an extra 1, which only happens in 3s. Yeah, there you go. See, look, we've got a Pike over here. We could totally get a Pike Syndicate going. You miss Merrin. Ah, I feel you. I feel you. Alta count not progressing greatly in Conquest, but that's okay. I'm not super sweaty on the Alta count, as you guys know. Can we throw anything at the wall over here? There's a Ray team, an R10 Ray team. I mean, I have a Balin squad, but I doubt it's going to do anything. I kind of want to do it anyway. Kind of want to see the fear and do it anyway. How good is the modding on this? Decent, actually. Not on the bend, though. Fuck it, let's just go for it. What raid era would you be excited for? Raid era? Do you mean what raid would I be excited for? It's a good question. It's a very good question. Just basic. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, let's just go for the kick. Nice. Yeah, I was right, that did hurt. I was right, that did hurt. Yeah, we probably die from here. Ray with R10 and only 4 units on the field is probably going to wipe us. Yeah, I figured as much. It was worth a shot. We got tied behind that goddamn, what's-her-face? JML. That's interesting. Using the Maulcron when Maul is not in the lead. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Should we try this one and go in with Mandalorians? See what happens. That wasn't an insta-kill. That was just massive damage. Yeah, Race Whirlwind isn't an insta-kill ability. Not sure why that happened. Oh, that's painful. Were we just not taunting? I think we were just not taunting. So we've lost most of our damage now. Joy of joys. I thought Paz had his taunt up. Might as well get her into DI. No. Protect her. Yeah, this is getting very painful now. Oh, he must have been whirlwinded to death. I'll submit that because we killed some units. That's Ray. That's rigged, as Ray had the blind effect. What? Don't know what you mean. Probably going to get roasted by the guild for placing that. Yeah, but maybe. Maybe. We should probably actually kill something though, right? How do Great Mothers do against this? Probably not great, because we're going to be locked behind JML, aren't we? Or is it Darkside that prevents... I can't remember. I can't remember. Hey, what's going on, Auntie? What's going on? What's going on? No datacrons. When she killed Bo, she had the blind effect, which... yeah, but the whirlwind can't miss, so it's fine. It's fine. See, I want to get rid of Luke, I also want to get rid of Gas. Just comes down to who do I want to get rid of more and when. You leave my great mamacitas alone. They do have a habit of hard targeting Great Mothers. Which does get rather painful. It's just basic here. Definitely get rid of everything. Oh, including Luke. And now we can focus on Gas. Tenacity down. Basic the Gas. Just a basic. Basic Gas to lower the max health. Basic Gas to lower the max health. The things that you must do. This is fine. Keep lowering that max health. He's only R5. I don't know how he's surviving so much. Look at him. He's got no health. He has 0 health. This should get him. Oh, come on now. Don't be ridiculous. He literally has no health. Snack Tea is next. Oh. Not ideal. Hermit Yoda. Cut it out. Lower them. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, that really does lower the max health. Nom the JML. Come on. There we go. Now auto. Go. Just got home from work. Hungry. Dinner time. Good stuff, Auntie. We love dinner. What's for dinner today, Auntie? What unit do you recommend for R10 first? Rey, Lord Vader, Ahsoka, Leia Organa, or something like Maul Hatefield? Thanks for the tip. But out of them, probably Rey. You can't go wrong with Rey, Galat, or Leia. All of those are really good choices. I mean, Lord Vader is also a great choice. There are no bad choices in that list. There are no bad choices. I would go for Rey, personally, but I really like Rey. So. R10 Rey is a lot of fun. She can be scary when modded right and, you know, given a good datacron and all that sort of business. Oh. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool business. I had lamb today for dinner, guys. It was absolutely delicious. It was like a minted buttered lamb. Lamb steaks, essentially. With some new potatoes and some tender stem broccoli. Like, you know, boiled it, got a little bit of ginger, got a little bit of extra butter. You know, garlic and butter. And basically cooked the tender stem broccoli, then threw it in the cast iron skillet with the lamb and garlic and butter. And got them together, and then potatoes, crisped them up, a little bit of salt over it. Bellissimo. Delicious. Tebow first though. Tebow should be the first unit that you delete from your entire account. It's painful trying to get gas up as well. Because obviously you need to get shards for gas, which requires get, which takes forever. And I could sacrifice my Mark II raid currency, but I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Seasoned chicken breast, corn and mac and cheese. That's pretty damn nice. It's pretty damn nice. Is it a homemade mac and cheese? Did you make it yourself, buddy? We do like a little bit of mac and cheese. Yes, sir. So we are currently rank 39 on the alt account. I imagine that will probably drop. If I can get somewhere decent, though, that would be nice. How dare you? Throw it on her. Lay it on me, baby. Okay, now we should get a nice set of counterattacks now. Here we go. Whee! I do like that. That's good fun. That is very good fun. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. It's fine. Not going to use that burning from Drogon because it's just going to give me more retribution. Which is just going to help out the enemy. Pain. Ah, you're massive, massive knobhead. Just thought you should know. Just thought you should know. Wow, we got a dodge from Teva there. Go. Ow! Ooh. The pain and suffering is complete. Yeah, not a great run. Grand Arena is active. A woohoo! A woohoo, everybody. Let's see how my first match is looking. I'm still matchmaking. I guess we'll never know until tomorrow. Have you seen the short from Arnold where Pirate Hondo got one shot by Captain Drogon? No, I don't think so, but I can believe it. It was probably with the Datacron that we had, right? The Drogon Datacron? Not the Drogon Datacron. Yes, the Drogon Datacron. Or not the Drogon Datacron. I'm not even sure. I've lost track. I've lost all faith in humanity. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, hold up. Sorry, I've had a message from my gardener. Well, he's not my gardener. He's the landscaper. Yeah, so he's been working on this other person's turf, doing a whole turf job for this person's garden. So he basically couldn't continue doing the turf on this person's garden because the weather in Wales was too bad. It was just pissing it down with rain. Can't really lay turf in the rain. So he started work on our garden, and they worked on it until Saturday, I want to say. And then, no, not Saturday, Friday. And then they've left it. They said they might be back today, but it might be tomorrow. And now he's saying he can't come tomorrow because he's not quite done there. But it'll probably be Wednesday or Thursday, which is fine. You know, we're not in a rush to finish off our garden. Try looking at the video? Ah, man, I'm not sure if I can be asked. I'll be honest. I'm probably going to wrap up the stream here anyway. We've kind of done what we needed to do. We could wait and see the matchmaking, but let's be real. Chromium, I've got 5.4 million GP. I'm probably going to be out GP'd by like 5 million for the first match, which is always fun. But yeah, I'm probably going to wrap it up there, guys. It was good fun. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Make sure you like the stream before you go. And I will see you all very, very soon for some GAC action. Good night, everybody.